Guys, am I live? Can you hear me? If anybody can hear me, just say me hi. I think I'm live, right? Guys, if you can hear me, just quickly say me hi. I'm trying to see you guys in my chat window. Okay. Hello. Hello, Marian. I'll just reduce the volume for this. Hello, Jean. Hello, Marian. Hello, Priyanka. Hello, everybody. So I hope that you're all geared up, and today, as I told and as I promised, that we are going to draw Luca. Now Luca is one of my most favorite character, and recently have seen the movie in Disney. So I was actually completely mesmerized by the kind of like movie it was, and what a movie. I mean, I was absolutely awestruck by the quality, by the movie itself, by the story and all the stuff. And as people join in, I can see. Okay. Yeah, I am audible. Thank you. Hello, everybody. And so, as I was telling, that this is the first session in which I will be talking a little bit less, and I'll be drawing Luca, this character. Maybe I'll do the face in this first session and go, take you through the process slowly. I won't be drawing the whole character, but I'll try to do as much as possible within this short period of time. I don't know, maybe I'll be drawing for an hour like that, or maybe sometime more. Let me see, we'll go with the flow. And okay, so first thing first, so this is the canvas in which I'm drawing. So as you can see, I have prepared a palette. So you can see this is called a Luca palette. So I have drawn this. I've done this palette beforehand, so that I can draw easily with this. So this palette will be available in the video link maybe after half an hour, 1 hour. Once I finish this session, I'll make this palette available for you. And so without wasting any time, let's get started. Okay, so by the way, I don't know how to set up the music or how to put music in background. I'll learn slowly. So just don't get bored. If you are getting bored, just put a nice music in your phone and just put it in the background. I'll be also listening to some music. I don't know, I'm a little bit skeptical about the YouTube copyright thing, so I cannot play any music in background right at this moment. So just in case you are getting bored, or in case you are getting carried away, like, okay, it's too much of time that we are spending, just take some break. I'll be taking break in between. So let's get started. So before I start, I'll just tell you the small things. What I'm doing is, so this is the area which you can see in this palette. This area will be mostly the skin tones. This one, and this one. Okay, so the first few line of colors will be for the skin tones. I'm marking it round, and this one will be for the blush, lips, eye corners, and this kind of things. So lip, cheek, and this kind of things. This is the area which I'll be using. This is for the skin palette, and this is for the shirt. The shirt that Luca used to wear. And then we come to the pants. The pant palette is here, and this is for the eyeball, basically the eye area. So this is how I have divided the palette, and you can see this palette is readily available over here. I think Marianne, it's only your gallery which is visible. Okay, thank you. I think I need to refresh. Okay. Just give me a second. I think it's live now. Can you see? I think you can see now, right? I think I'm testing with this trial version of this software Air server, so I'm not very much confident about this thing, so that's why it has gone out of visibility. I think you can see it right now, right? Just let me know. Hi Kuntal. Kuntal is there. Hi Kuntal. Hi Marianne. Thanks for helping. And okay, so this is the palette that we'll be using for today's drawing. Pardon me if you were not able to see this. So basically this is the palette, and as you can see, the first few colors I'll be using for the skin tones, and as I have made it visible over here, I'm just marking with red. The first area of these colors will be using, I'll be drawing the skin tones, and then this area for the lips, eye corners and this kind of area, and then I'll be drawing the eyes with this part. This area will be for the eye, so this is for the eye. And then for the pants and the shirt, I think I won't be doing the whole whole body today at this moment, but I'll try to do the face as much as possible. Okay, now let me tell you my approach. First of all, I'll take a new layer, hide this, and then I have actually in my desktop screen, I have opened my this reference. So I am actually using a software called PureRef. So PureRef is the software that I'm using at this moment. I think there is some refreshment issue. Okay. I'll just put it over here. Okay, absolutely fine. So I have certain brushes called illustration brushes, right? So you can see these are the illustration brushes that I have. Basically these are all default brushes which are present in Procreate itself, but what I have done is I have taken them and bunged inside Procreate, and I mean bunged inside a folder, so where you can see these are few of the brushes which are scattered all around Procreate in different places, and I can just pick it up from any of the place and start doing this. Let me manage my screen a little bit. Just give me some time. Okay, absolutely fine. Okay, so the first brush that I'll be using is Procreate pencil. Another very good substitute of Procreate pencil is the peppermint brush, which I also like very much. Peppermint brush is a kind of a little bit smooth. I actually don't remember where I got this brush from, whether it is available in the default palette or it is there in the I have downloaded it from somewhere, I don't know, but anyway I'll try to find it out, and if it is from the external source I'll check and I'll share with you guys in the description. So first let me take a default mid kind of a little bit darker kind of skin tone and just start drawing the basic face shape. So actually I am watching the reference on my computer screen, which is just in front of me. Okay. Right. So the beautiful thing about Disney characters are they are absolutely easy to draw. So basically they are made up of very basic shapes and mostly rounds, since they are child friendly, and they are round and mushy and they can be very easily followed. So whenever you are interested in drawing Disney figures, just take care about the roundness of the things and things will fall in places. So I'll start by doing a very simple egg kind of shape. So this will be basically, this line will be for the nose. These two areas for the eye. Now when you see the character, the Luca character have a very much gap in between the eyes, right? So I'll just move them a little bit apart from each other, and then I'll draw another egg, right? I'll put the ears, right? And also mind that Luca have very broad brows. Eyebrows are very much broad. So I'm just positioning them. Now when you actually see at the eyes, they are not perfectly round. We can see, we can check some kind of what can I say, not elliptical, it's kind of squishy round. So we have to draw like that only. You can always use this freehand selection tool at this stage because it is very easy to move things and place according to your wish. Blocky Guys Gaming says hi. Hi Blocky Guys Gaming. Okay, now see, when you're drawing the brow, I'm drawing the brow like a little bit up and down. Right? And then in front of the nose there will be some area like this. A little bit of hint like how much the nose is actually there and how much is the distance. So this basically is the distance area. Quite a lot. Generally the rule of anatomy is we can fit three eyes side by side. So in between the similar size of eye should be fitting. So whatever size of eye that I have drawn, that similar size of eye should fit in between. So I've just drawn that. Right, fine. Okay, so I'll be doing a neutral face because for me, to me, the face which is available in high resolution, the reference that I am watching is kind of a little bit better. Or what do you think? Should I do this exclaimed face that you can see on the preview, or should I do a neutral face? Let me know. Okay, so I'm just adding in some areas. Okay, let me go with the exclaimed face only, the one which you can see in the preview. So this is one broad mouth shape, right? And while doing this, always keep in mind that try to measure, try to take a measurement with your eye in between the shapes. Say for example the eyes and the distance from the eye to the edge of the face, so how much distance they are. So try to measure this kind of distance. So if you are drawing from the nose, from nose till the end of this mouth, how much distance it is. So I have to check this distance. If I'm doing my eyeball over here, so from the eyeball area till the end of the mouth, how much distance I have. So those are the little things that we need to take care while we are trying to do the exact character, while I try to bring the exact character. The brows will be a little bit up since it is kind of exclamation. You can always go up that. Everybody is saying hi, hi. Okay, so roughly we are now done with the basic shape, like basic proportion, how the things will be. Now we will be doing, or we'll be going through adding on a little bit more details to it. So I'll just take this, reduce the opacity, and in a new layer, maybe with some different color, I'm now putting a little bit more details. See, when I am doing this eyeball, I want exact round figure. So if I just click on this edit shape option, you can always make it ellipse. I can make it ellipse like this by holding the points, node points. Or if I want to make it exact circle, I just want to click on the circle. So it will be perfect round. Another tip of doing this is just hold your finger, I mean 2 fingers, use the 2 fingers and hold on your screen. So once you tap that, it will become round. So once I'm done that, I'm not leaving the pencil, and then I'm tapping with these 2 fingers. So once that is done, it will be exactly round. I'm just checking how much roundness there. I can just go to this, and even at any point of time further, I can little bit play with the shape. Right. So this eye is done. Right, so this one is done. Next I'll go to the browse. And I'm always calculating the distance, like the brow from the eyelid area, what is the distance. So I'm just always judging those distance. So just to make the character look original or make it look similar to the original character, this one is very much important, that you should always keep on measuring the distance or relative distance from one object to another. So I'm just doing that. Guys, if you have any questions, if you have any doubts or anything you just want to know once again, or you want me to repeat, just let me know in the comments. I am watching these comments and I can readily let you know. Right. So I'm just putting the landmarks right at this moment. I'm not going to any detail, any proportional perfection, nothing. I'm just putting the landmarks. Later on, when I'll be doing the details and I'll be adding more and more colors, different kind of patterns onto this thing, onto this character, I will then judge at that moment, like how the things are going, what should I do, what should I change or not. So I would suggest you, when you start, just don't try to make this character as perfect as possible. Just don't go for perfection. Just put all the things into places. Once they're all in places, then, because since we are working in digital, we have layers, we have undos, we have lot many advantages over traditional art, so we can play with them. So at that time, then you go forward and check those changes and do those changes. But when you are starting, when you are doing the thing initially, just don't look around the just don't look around or go for perfection. Just first keep on drawing. Okay, now for the hair, I am just doing a little. Okay, before I go to the hair, let me complete the border of the head first. Okay, I'm done with the basic head shape. Just let me refine this line by erasing the unnecessary strokes a little bit. this kind of strokes are actually not there in this character, but I'm just making them for my utility. I mean, in later period of time when I'll be doing more details onto this, I can get the help from this kind of strokes and judge like how much area is there in between. So those, for those kind of judgment, I'm just making these landmark strokes, because actually the character is very soft and subtle. So as you can see in this drawing, what I can see in the reference that the ear, end of the ear is actually meeting to the line over here, like over the lip line, the area where the lip in between this tooth area. So I have to just bring this ear a little bit down. The eye is a little bit bigger for this character. Yeah, I can see Marin is asking like, I wonder would it be a bad idea to put the reference picture in its own layer and then draw on top of it? Of course you can try. Like I am doing it, I'm not doing intentionally, not tracing this image at first, because I just want the free flow of your hand, because of course in digital you can trace the thing out and get a nice output, but the only thing is that in that way you are become too much dependent on the reference, because of course the character which I am drawing will not be an exact replica of the photograph. Like it's in case of normal any kind of portrait painting, when we are, why we do paint portraits, why not photographs? I mean, when there is option of taking photographs, why do we paint? So basically what happens now, when you paint, actually some input of the artist come into or get embedded in the picture. So it's always a better idea just to start with the freehand, because when you draw with freehand you become so confident, no? You can apply the colors much more confidently. You just get a different kind of confidence in your art. So I would recommend start with freehand, but if you are not that much if you're not getting that much interest, or if you're just not getting the first kick to start, you can of course draw on the reference. That's not a problem. But for this one, I'm just going with my own ideation, like how much my eyes can judge from the from this reference, and I'm trying to put that on the canvas. Yeah, absolutely, absolutely, absolutely. Okay, so now I want to just move them together. I'll just do some basic change in the proportion, which I can see readily. Another great tool is Liquify. So you can also readily do the change in proportion much more easily. So you have to click on this magic wand icon. It's called adjustments, and then you can go to Liquify, and then you can change the proportions. So say for example, the size I am just taking a little bit this kind of size, pressure is full, distortion not required. So what I'll do is I can just use it as liquid, and I can do the change in proportions whenever and however I want. So since both of the layers are like, as you can see, both of the layers are connected with each other, they are getting equally influenced by each other. So as I move my Liquify brush, both of the layers are actually getting moved, which is good in this case. But you have to be cautious before doing this. Okay, so I just want the mouth to be a little bit more wide. So how I can do that is, again, so at this stage it is always a good idea to use the Liquify a little bit more, so that we can get the better proportions and shapes. A little bit of the tongue I have drawn. Okay, now as you can see, I'll just do a preview. It's not exactly this front face like this. Actually the character is looking, I mean, if this his eyes, he's looking in a bit direction. So this side of the face will be a little bit visible more. So what I can do is, it would be very easy to do that in 3D, but since it is not 3D, I'll again take the help of warp tool to do that. Okay, so I think we have done the head for now. Anyway, I'll do many changes in the volume proportion in later period of time, and I want this to be a bit bigger so that we can have ease of doing the coloring. Sorry. And it is also very important to just flip your canvas while you are doing this thing. So you can go to here, and on the canvas you can flip horizontally. So you can do this often. It's a very good practice. So you have, your brain just falls into a, because when you are watching the reference over and over again and again, your brain just gets stuck into the image. And it is always a nice idea just to flip a few times that image just to have a better idea. So like by flipping, I can understand that the eye shape need to be a little bit more tweaked. So I'll do that right now. Take liquify. And I would also increase the volume of the hair a little bit. Right, so till now we are good. We'll just jump over and do the basic colors. So I'll come to my Luca palette and make it the default one. So now as you can see, the Luca palette has become the default palette. So I'll take this color, the base color, and turn this layer off and just do a basic fill. For the fill, I'll be taking say for example the soft brush, a little bit more size, and then I will just first at the first moment I'll just mark out the zones, like where the highlights will be there. So I'll just take the highlight color, just mark them roughly. Just to remind you, I have kept the sketch layer on the top, and just to avoid like any kind of problem, like you may it often happened to me that when I used to start with digital painting, often I used to miss the layer in which I am drawing. So it is always a good idea to first lock this layer. So you can just go to this and lock it. So accidentally there is no chance of drawing onto some other layer. So we are just now working on this layer 4, or we will say this, rename this as base. Right, layer 4 is not required. So we are working right now on the base. and then I'm taking the eye color, like the very basic of it, just a little bit more. Marking the eye areas. Marking out the tooth area, a little bit of this tongue area. So now what I'm doing is I'm just zoning the area or dividing the zones where which kind of light will fall, and like how the basic color, because as you can see the forehead, the nose, and this cheek area, and then this chin area have different kind of color variation due to the different intensity of blood under the skin, because the area below our eyes have more procurement of blood because the eyes need continuous supply of blood. So for those things, different zones of our face used to get different kind of blood flows, and the colors in intensity also varies. So just I'm zoning out those areas, I mean the color in overall face. So this is the layer which I'll be using for doing the skin, and for the hair layer I'll be just taking this because I just don't want to put these two things together. So for the skin I'm using this base, and for this I'll be using the rename it as hair. So in this palette I'm just taking this colors for the hair. Little less. So I did this intentionally just to avoid any merging, any smudging. When I'll be using the smudge brush, they should not get affected. So just to avoid those things, I have done this overall basic divisions. Now what I'll do is I'll take certain areas and concentrate on that particular area, and then I will go on adding detail. Oh, I forgot, I just need to add this brows. So planning your illustration is very, very important, because when you plan properly, it becomes very easy and you don't get tired or you don't get bored doing the things. But when you do just, I mean, you are driven by your emotion, you want to do it very fast, you have a lot of wish to do it. What we do, we just do fast and start scribbling out and put the colors, and at the end it becomes a kind of mess. So just plan the things like how I have told, one after another. First do the rough very base sketch, then do a second round of a better sketch, and then just do the proportion, little bit of correction with the liquify tool. Vinod, I think, is saying hi on a video streaming in very low quality, 144p. Check my internet connectivity. Are you guys finding the quality very low? I mean, is there any issue? I think Vinod is getting some issue. Anybody else facing some issue with the quality of the streaming? Because in my system I cannot find any such problems. Let me know, guys. Okay, Vinod, anyway, I'm just recording this, so in case there is a issue in connectivity, I'll try to just re-upload the whole thing. So, or we can do another session, not an issue. So, okay, so what I was telling is the planning is very important. So how you just go with the different regions, different zoning and coloring them out, separating the parts and proportions, that is very important. So I was in a point like where I was doing the little bit change in proportion, little bit change in the distance, like from the mouth lip corner to the ear, lip corner to the eye line, and this kind of proportions you have to always keep on checking, and just be very much assured that once you just start doing the coloring, you cannot go back, nothing like that. It is not traditional art, so at any point of time we can do the change. So basically this is at this particular time, sorry, we have done the basic rough shape of the illustration. So as I was telling, now I will go back to different areas and start doing more and more detail onto it. And my favorite part is always the eyes, so I'll do the eye first. So I'll take the new layer, I'll just first lock this layer. Sorry. I take a new layer, come into the eye and then start painting the eye. I'll just make a duplicate of this and then I will unlock it. It's always a better idea to duplicate the part of your illustration because at any point of time you can go back, or you can take some part of the illustration. Well, a little bit blurred, but it's okay. It's fine now. Thank you. I think it should be good. So I'll just pick this color and mark this area. And cut paste. So now you can see the eye is in different layer. So I just cut pasted this eye. So now it is a separate layer which I will use in doing my illustration. So I'll just turn off all the parts, or maybe I can just keep this. Okay, so I have started doing the eye. I'll take the monoline brush . Position them correctly. take the alpha lock, and then I'll just put some darkness. I'll also blur in some parts, so I'll take the Gaussian blur and take the pencil, little bit of smudge just to blend this thing. Overall a little bit of Gaussian blur. Just to make it a little bit more softer. Then I'll take the internal pupil. It's mostly black. I'll just take some kind of very dark red. Take the monoline brush. It's always better idea to do it in a different layer. Okay, things are looking good, and then we'll take some kind of highlight just to add. Take the soft airbrush, then once I have done with this, done till this, I just turn this off and I'll move towards doing the border, like the outside area. So for that I'm just taking the medium airbrush, making it really small. Faizan is telling that could you please gift me an iPad. Okay, Faizan, so I don't know whether I can gift you an iPad or not, but some gifts are on the way, so stay tuned to my channel. There will be a giveaway very soon. I was about to announce that, but since you guys are there in my live, so I'm just announcing it right now. Okay, very soon I'll be doing some kind of giveaway, so stay tuned in my channel. I don't know whether it be an iPad or not, but definitely something good. Everybody wants an iPad. Actually, I was thinking like we will do a session, we'll do some discussion or chat like what kind of iPad we can actually get, because right now the iPad line is in such a way that you can even get an iPad for around 18 to 20k till an iPad for 1 lakh plus. So there is a huge range. So if you are really serious about this drawing and Procreate thing, you can get a whole new range and different kind of iPad. So it totally depends on your budget, like which one you are going to get from. I have got the 11-inch one, but even if you want, you can start testing with the iPad, the mini iPad mini. So that supports pencil also, and you can try with it. So coming back to this, I'll take a new layer. A little bit of red is necessary. I've tried something, check out. Faizan, I'll definitely check out once I have finished with the drawing. So guys, I have just turned off the other layers just to make this thing very much clear and visible to you, because if I would have turned on the other layers, it would be very much cluttered and you won't be able to understand. So that's why I have just turned off the layer. Okay, so let's see. I'll just group them together, the whole eye thing, and rename this as EYEI. Right, so this is the eye group, and we can turn on this base layer to see. Okay, so we are done with this eye. Now the border looks a little bit more hard or harsh, so we can definitely come to this and take the blur brush, Gaussian blur pencil, just blur it out a little bit. It's too harsh actually. Just erase the some part of it. Yeah, much better now. Okay, so now we can itself use this eye set and try to duplicate this. Go to this free transform and flip this horizontally. Oops, I think I have missed one layer. I should put this inside. Now I'll be able to do. Let me try. Yes. So we are done with the second eye. Of course, I'll be doing some changes to this. That's why I have kept all the layers differently in the different layer positions. something happened. I don't know why this thing went away. Duplicate, transform, flip horizontal, slowly move it. Cool. I'll just take the position, check the position. For that guide, I'll just turn on the sketch. So now I have my eye and I know which position I have to fit it in. Just keep in mind, guys, I won't be touching the pupil, the inner part I won't be touching, because that will mess up with the whole shape. Marin is telling I struggle with finding and using the right brushes and I forget which one I have used. Could you give advice of how to deal with this? Just practice. No. I mean, if see, Marin, what I told is okay. Let me just do the eye. I'll tell you the trick what to do. Let me do this eye first. Okay, so here a little bit, I'll open the eye layer and yeah. Squeeze it a little bit more. Okay, and I'll just merge this, combine down, sorry, flatten this in fact, because I have one layer of eye with all the layers divided intact, so I can flatten any other thing. That's the beauty of it. So I'll just erase some part of it. Base, I'll just do. Okay, the bases need to be unlocked. I'll just do some painting in the base. Yep. Also the area which I've drawn like this have got somehow a little bit jaggy, so we can just handle them. We'll just reduce the size. Draw some part of it. Make this edges a little bit more smoother. Take the airbrush. And as you can see at the pupil, below this pupil we have some kind of shadow because it's a spherical thing. So I'll just take some kind of this tone, this eye color tone, and just take a desaturated darker version of it, and with a very less opacity I'll do some shadow. So this will give an illusion of like the eye is round and some below shadow is there, so it is casting some kind of shadow. make it even more softer. Great. So we have done till this. So let me recap till now what we have learned so far. Let me just turn off all these layers and everything. So first, where we started from is this rough sketch. We just drew the whole thing in different places, put them in different places, just throw them as it was coming in our mind. Just look at the reference and put the things together. Don't be very cautious about the proportion or anything. Just go around with your flow, pardon me. The next thing that you need to do is come to the next layer, which is this one. It is a refined version of the previous layer. So in the previous layer, you were just doing the thing roughly, very lucidly, as you do a scribble. In the next layer, you have to be a little bit cautious and just refine on that. Why we did this exercise? Because when you start, either you become very cautious about the proportion, perfection, so you restrain yourself, you just confine yourself in those baggages of doing things perfectly. So at first we just go with the flow, but do it very rough, do it very lightly. If you're following it for doing it on paper, the exact same thing applies. When you're drawing on paper, take a HB pencil or take a B pencil, B marked pencil, and just do a very light rough sketch with overall like 50-40% proportion correctly. Once you have done this, then do the next layer of this sketch. So this was my previous one, which is not that perfect. Then I started refining the things. So in this second phase, I always told that you think about the proportional distances, like from the end of this lip till the nose gap, from this nose till the eyes gap, from the ear end till the eye corner gap. So mark all these proportions and distances and things will fall into places. So once that version is done, just compare the sketches and do major changes through two tools. One is liquify and one is warp. How to get the warp tool? We have to just come to this. I'm sorry, I think it's logged. Unlock, yes, just come to the transform tool, that is the arrow mark, and click on warp, and you can do the proportional changes, right? And the next thing is you can come here and go to liquify, and you can do little changes, like it treats your sketch marks or the lines as a liquid thing. So this is the changes that you can do. So after going through all those changes, the next thing that we need to do is to lay around the base colors. So what I do is I just log this, and this is my base layer. So I have shown you how I have created the palette and how I took the little colors and just overall sprayed the colors in different proportion. So because we have worked so hard in the layer 3, which is our sketch layer 2 or the second stage of sketch, we are getting almost roundabout roughly the things or the colors in place. And of course we have created a palette beforehand. Creating a palette before you start a sketch is very important. So we have given all those things over there. So once you have done this, just compare this with your sketch line, in between line, and just try to do the overall proportions perfect just by removing few of the color tones with the liquify tool, and do the marks wherever you feel. So once you are done with it, then you concentrate on a particular area. In my case, it is the eyes. I always start doing my drawings with the eyes first. You can do your own. So I have come here and we have drawn this eye. I've always told that when you are drawing this eye, be very careful, because at first just try to keep the different portions or different things of the eye in different layers. It will help you, it will act as a library. So say for example you are drawing an eye, and at one point of time you think that, oh, I think I should change this position of the eye, or I should make this pupil larger. Then there is no other way to go back, but just create this eye library for you have everything separately positioned, right? Like the eye border. And so I just name it as just name it as border. Oops. Border eye. Borders. Okay, let's name it as borders. So then it's cut white, the white portion of the eye, and then this is the eyeball. So what utility that we get by doing these things, separating these things in different layers, is that at any point of time, if I feel that my eye is not looking right, I can just do this, delete that part and just take a backup from my library. So exactly the same thing I did. I just duplicated this and created the other eye, and then changed the proportion, changed the look and feel overall by changing the by changing the wrapping the thing, or by using the liquify tool. And at any point of time you don't feel it is right, you can take a backup. So that's the magic of doing, or that's the utility of doing things in layer. So I think should we continue? What do you think? I mean, we have already done for over an hour of session. So are you guys okay if we should proceed, or we can continue the next part of this painting in the next session? What do you say? Let me know. Till the time I'll just keep on refining. What do you say, or till how long I should continue? Let me know in the comments. So I'll just, by the time you comment, I'll just refine the proportions. So I'll just duplicate and flatten this. Now I can merge these two eye layer in the single one. I'll do the painting on this layer and continue in the next session. Yeah, I also feel, Marian, I think we should continue in the next session because we have learned too much of things. Oh, and for your question, you have asked how to organize brushes. Okay, I'm coming to that. So guys, let's do till this much. Let's learn till this much, whatever we have done. You can try with your drawing. I think already, who's that? I'm sorry, I'm very bad at remembering names. Faizan has told that I have done something, I've tried something. Faizan, I'll definitely encourage you to try new things and post it, tag me in Instagram. I have my Instagram handle Art by Arnab, so you can tag me there. I can definitely see and I can give you the feedback, whatever I feel. You can connect me in my Discord server. I have given the link of my Discord server, so you can connect me over there. So let's keep it till now as a session 1. So this is, I think we will name this, oops, my favorite brush, Syrup, SESSION, session 1. Session 1, Luca. So we have done till this session 1, and we will continue the next part, the mouth, the eyes, the ears, hair. I think hair will itself take a whole different session, because there are lot many things, lot many tips to tell you, lot many tricks, or how we can handle the critical hair situation. Because Luca, the movie, as you can see, that his hair has got a very good dynamics. It has some wet, it has some fluidity. So we will do a separate session for doing the hair. So for today till now, we have just kick-started the sketch, and we will go to a complete new level, and we can really make it look good. So hope for the next session we'll do that. So Marian, just for your question, I will tell you how to arrange the brushes or organize the brushes. Say for example, these are the drawing brushes which come in default. I'm sorry, I'll just have some water. I'm talking too much. Okay. So you have this many brushes. So say for example, just for example, you use this little pine brush a lot, you use the gloaming brush a lot. So what you can do is you can just create a duplicate version of this, right? Little pine 1 has been created, and then what you can do, just hold your cursor and then move it over here, and then just leave it. Okay, I'll just show it once again. It's up, I'm sorry. Yeah. So I have created one illustration brush set. So you can also create your own brush set over here. So just what I can do is you can come over here in this drawing, hold it and leave it over there where you want, in which folder, wherever you want to put it. So let me keep it in the illustration, right? So see, now the illustration folder has this brush, and you can create a new set also by clicking over here. Let it name as untitled set. Any question? Okay, no. So this is the untitled set I have just created right now. Select your brush that you want to put. So come into drawing, we will do a duplicate. So this is the little pine brush. I'll just drag it and go up. This is a bit tricky to come. I have so many brushes. Just move your brush, it will come, and I'll leave it in untitled set. Oops, it is not coming due to some reason. Let me put it into any other layer, folder. Let me put it in painting. You can see it's blinking, right? When it gets highlighted, you have to leave it over here. Let me give it another try. We'll just come over untitled, let it blink. Yeah, it's blinking. It's blinking. Oops, no. So I don't know why it is not working, but basically you need to, because I have so many amount of brushes now, that's why this problem may be happening, and it is coming to on the top. So I'll just delete this once again. What you need to do is you have to come here, drag, swipe this down, put the plus mark, you create your own set. Once that set is created, just select that brush and just drag it and drop it over here. Okay, so that is how you can do a new folder. So whatever brush you are frequently using, keep on adding them on a single folder, and then you can readily have this many, like your all favorite brushes in a single folder, and you can draw with them. So I think, yeah, okay, thanks, you have understood it. So I think that's all for this session. I had a wonderful session, wonderful experience drawing the character. I would encourage, if you have missed this movie, definitely go and watch Luca. It's once in a lifetime experience. One of my most favorite movie was Ratatouille, and after that Luca is one of the second best Pixar movie that I like. So I would encourage you to go and use this fundamentals, use these techniques and draw whatever character you like, may it Luca or any other character of yours. Do this first stage, post it as a WIP in your Instagram and tag me. So I can go and I can check. You can also give it to me on Discord server and I can give you the feedback. If you have any doubts in between, you can always DM me on Instagram. Handle is Art by Arnab, same as the channel name of YouTube. And thank you. Thanks a lot for joining this session. Hope you had a nice time. Hope you had good learning experience with me. And I definitely will come back in next week. I think it's Saturday, and we'll continue from here. So till then, I wish everybody draw superbly, and so tomorrow will be a busy day, so we will all start our week from tomorrow. So hope to gear up ourselves, listen to some good music and go to sleep. Till then, thank you for joining my session. Bye bye.